Hello everyone, welcome to Anime No Mi, and thank you for joining us for another One Piece video. In today's video, we're going to continue our discussion about the most mysterious Yonko of all, our red-headed man of mystery, Shanks. Now at the very beginning of our story, Shanks and Luffy somehow became great friends, and although they've spent a long time apart, there is still a very good friendship between them. But we don't know the real reasons of this friendship, or if it could be that Shanks chose Luffy to inherit a very important mission. That very mission could have been for the boy to change the world completely by causing the balance of power between the world government and pirates like the Yonkos to be completely destroyed so that an era of peace or something else could happen. In today's video, we're going to talk about Shanks' reasons for allowing Luffy to eat the sun god Nika fruit, and also the possible goals that he has that may involve Luffy and his real power. But before we dive into today's discussion, if you're new to the channel, we'd be absolutely honored if you consider leaving us a like or even subscribing with a comment letting us know what you thought of the video. It really helps us out and motivates us to make more content. And if you'd like to help out the channel in a bigger way, consider sharing the video with a friend. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So friends, since the beginning of our story, we've seen that Luffy was incredibly inspired by Shanks and was even probably the person he wanted to be when he grew up. And Shanks was like his childhood hero and the man he seeks to surpass in the world of becoming a pirate. And even though this happened in the past, we know that Shanks was already really strong and probably was one of the strongest swordsmen in the world, because this was during the time when he and Mihawk had been facing off trying to figure out who was going to be the greatest swordsman in the world. We also see that Shanks really never took Luffy seriously because he was just a boy, and he kind of teased him a little bit about his dreams of becoming a pirate and saying that he would just be a dead weight inside the ship. Now Shanks wasn't doing this with the intention of trying to hurt Luffy, but really give him more willpower to achieve the dream that many people doubted. So with this goal in mind, Shanks was always making jokes to provoke Luffy and really make him want to rise and fulfill this dream. So through these actions, Shanks really may have motivated Luffy and really made him learn a lot and gave him the same smiling personality as Shanks has. After a few years of Shanks and his crew hanging out on the island, after they had defended Luffy from Higura and his men, we see how Luffy faced these opponents to defend Shanks. And then after that, Luffy declared that he would become better than him. And this led to Shanks really starting to recognize Luffy's value. Of course, we also see in this confrontation between Shanks and Higura, Luffy ate the fruit that was on the bar counter. And once he realized what Luffy had done, Shanks gets really angry with him, but not in a super aggressive way. At first, it seemed Shanks was pretty angry with Luffy because he'd eaten a devil fruit, but now we know that it wasn't just a simple fruit, but rather a legendary fruit. Maybe there's a little bit more deeper levels to this story. A little while after Luffy had eaten the fruit, Shanks was calmer and ended up forgiving Luffy for having done it. But he may have also seen an opportunity after this occasion, as if fate, for instance, had led to this to have happened, because Shanks would not need someone else to eat this fruit in its place. Shanks already knew Luffy's personality and knew that he was a good person, so Shanks would have trusted Luffy that he could have accomplished the goal without the need for Shanks to guide him. As proof of this trust, and to assure that Luffy would return it to him, Shanks ended up giving him his most valuable treasure, the straw hat that he had gotten from his former captain, the Pirate King, Goldie Roger. And with Luffy receiving this amazing gift, Luffy would be more confident in having Shanks' treasure, so Luffy would be willing to fulfill his dream of becoming the Pirate King and return the hat that belonged to Shanks to him, because he may even feel that he owes his life to Shanks. Before parting ways, Luffy tells Roger that he would return the hat to him when he becomes the king of the pirates, just like Goldie Roger. And thus this promise binds these two characters for the rest of their lives together. Quite a while later in the story, during the confrontation in Marineford, Shanks decides to go to this confrontation, and not just to see Luffy again, but to stop this battle from happening because it would cause a big mess for something in the future. Shanks just ignores the presence of Luffy in Marineford and decides to pursue his goal. After all, it really wouldn't make sense for them to meet in that place because Luffy hadn't conquered anything or fulfilled his dream. Besides that, Luffy was incredibly upset because he had just lost Ace in the battle, and after giving his life to save Luffy's life, so there'd be really no way for Luffy to be able to talk to Shanks at that moment. We also see that during the confrontation in Marineford, Shanks didn't even seem to care about his hat because he really allowed it to go back to Luffy. After all, he hadn't completed his purpose yet, and that purpose could be Luffy getting to awaken the devil fruit. Shanks also realizes that Luffy bears a great resemblance to himself because Shanks had a very similar personality as a boy. I mean, even his sidekick and right-hand man, Ben Beckman, agrees. So this may be one of the reasons why Shanks may have chosen Luffy to be the true user user of the power of this fruit, as he may have remembered himself as a young boy, as well as his captain and a possible request from his captain. Just as Luffy is searching for Shanks, Shanks is also looking forward to the day that he gets to see Luffy again, an event that really might happen very soon in the future. So Luffy may have actually achieved the goal that Shanks was waiting for. And this could have been something that the Pirate King himself asked Shanks to do, to guide the next Nika, to guide the one who what would do the first Pirate King could not do. And Shanks saw his former captain in Luffy. After all, we know that Luffy is really similar to the Pirate King, and it could be just that Roger was the chosen one to be Nika, because the knowledge he possessed or because he made it to Last Island. But because he didn't have the power of that fruit, he couldn't do anything about it. We also add on to the fact that he was close to losing his life. This may have really put the whole plan at a pause. But with this little bit of time left, this would have allowed Roger to search for the next chosen one, or at least have someone carry on the mission so that they could find the right person to unlock the powers of the fruit, a person with the surname D, and that also someone who could open up and reveal all this great history that had been erased. So with Luffy being able to awaken his fruit, this may bring Shanks into the story, because this may be the very moment Shanks has been waiting for. And it may even be that Shanks has been waiting to reveal why Luffy had eaten the fruit in the first place, and that they had some plan going forward and needed to defeat certain enemies. Despite the fact that Shanks may be one of the strongest pirates in the world, we also have to remember that there may be beings or other scientists stronger than him, so Shanks may not be the strongest character in existence. So this confrontation may require Luffy's help to face a very specific enemy, and because Shanks orchestrated this plan from the beginning, it may mean that this is an overall mission that has been taken years to actually come to fruition. One of the very likely enemies that Shanks may need to defeat is Teach, because this pirate has already caused great problems in the world, taking very important characters to the grave like Ace and Newgate, but it may not be the only reason Shanks wants him defeated. Let's not forget the fact that Teach was able to cause a really big 3-line scar on Shanks' face, an attack in which Shanks was fully prepared, yet he still got hit. Shanks may have even entered into a conflict against Teach because of this mission. After all, Shanks has a scar caused by Teach and says that he knows that Teach is planning something, although not revealing what it is completely. With Teach's increased power of 2 devil fruits, being the Gura Gura no Mi and the Yami Yami no Mi, it would take an almost unbelievable amount of force to take him down. So Luffy's help may be essential to be able to beat him, especially if the battle between Luffy and Teach has been destined since the time of the Pirate King. And even without the power of 2 devil fruits, the fruit of the Sun God Nika allows Luffy to use all 3 powers of awakening, giving him a great advantage during the fight. So all this time, Shanks could have been laying out this plan so that Luffy would follow in his footsteps and become stronger to defeat a very strong enemy that he knew would appear in the future. It would also be Shanks' way of knowing if Luffy really was the chosen one, so Luffy could be the very last hope to put an end to Teach's plans, because he needs to be stopped urgently. Otherwise, Teach may become so strong that nobody will be able to defeat him. So with Shanks seeing the signal that he was waiting for to start his plan and really put it into motion, we now could see him coming out of the woodwork and joining Luffy to make sure that the next steps of his journey are following the right path. And ultimately, this really comes down to the idea that Shanks really believes that in the future, Luffy will be able to change the world through his appealing and friendly personality, that he can cause everyone around him to be friends and joyous and just want to party, because as we've already seen, Luffy's gained many friends, and more importantly, turned enemies into friends. Shanks even told Newgate about his arm and how the accident happened, saying that he sacrificed his arm so that he could bet on the future. And Shanks was so happy to see Luffy's first bounty that he actually threw a party to celebrate, because the dream that Shanks had been laying out all so many years ago was beginning to come true. For as Luffy gained strength little by little, Shanks believed that he would slowly and surely awaken the power of his fruit, and finally he'd see Luffy become the Sun God Nika. But Shanks still also cares deeply about Luffy, because we have to remember that he buried Ace and wanted to make sure that he was cared for, because he wanted to make sure Luffy's pain would pass, because through this tragedy, Luffy would gain more strength and eventually still be spurned on further to achieve his dream, and his dream being Luffy's dream. Quite a while later, we also saw Shanks and the Red Hair Pirates delighted with Luffy's 5th bounty, especially after his actions at Charlotte Linland's territory and everything being revealed that Luffy was dubbed the 5th Yonko. Shanks was very pleased with Luffy's progress and stated that Luffy, it's almost time for us to meet again. So with all that said, everything indicates that very soon we could see a reunion between Luffy and Shanks. Now we really don't know the full goal or what the mission will be, but we do know that once this meeting meeting happens, we will see a very, very big line in our story that we've been waiting to see fulfilled come to pass. But other than that, let us know what you think about it. What do you think this mission could have been? Do you think that Shanks has been laying out this path for Luffy this entire time? Let us know in the comments below. And as we wrap up our video, I want to thank you so much for watching the video till the very end. Make sure you comment on any themes or ideas that you'd like to see in future videos. And also, since you made it this far, give us a like as you head out to take on the rest of your day. Hope to see you all in our next video, and let's keep sailing this giant sea together. Take care.